Welcome back to the Simple Cyber Defense, the podcast that makes cybersecurity easy to understand and attainable for everyone. I'm your host, Carl, and today we're diving into the topic that's been making waves in the tech world, Firefox's new service, terms of services, and what it means for your online privacy and cybersecurity. Mozilla Firefox has been the go-to browser for privacy-conscious users for years, but their new terms of service has sparked some serious debate. Are these changes a step forward, or do they put your data at risk? Let's break it down in simplest terms. First, let's talk about what is actually changing. For the first time ever, Mozilla has introduced a formal terms of use document specifically for Firefox. This document lays out the rules of how Firefox handles your data, for what rights you have, and what Mozilla can do with the information you provide. One of the biggest changes is a license clause that says when you type something into Firefox, whether it's a search, a form, or even a note, you give Mozilla a worldwide royalty-free license to use that data. Now, Mozilla says that this is to improve their services and develop new features, but it's left a lot of people wondering, wait, what does this actually mean and why do they need my data? On top of that, Mozilla reserves the rights to change these services at any time, and if you keep using Firefox, you'll automatically agree to these changes. No pop-up, no warnings, just update means that you agree to it. This does present some issues and some questions about how could a company allow or even get away with saying that if you continue using the product, even if they make changes, that you agree to it even if you don't know what those changes are. It'll be interesting to see how the legality of that turns out in the future. I'm sure many people are going to look at this and have some legal questions about it and pursue any changes based upon the laws like the GDPR, which requires notice for any changes, not just implicit acceptance. Now let's talk about the cybersecurity implications of these changes. First, the license clause is a big deal. If Mozilla has the right to use the data you input into Firefox, that could mean that the data could end up in the hands of third parties. Mozilla says any shared data is anonymized or aggregated, but here's the thing. Anonymized data isn't always foolproof. With enough information, it can sometimes be traced back to you. Second, the lack of clear opt-out mechanisms is a red flag. If you can't easily control how your data is being collected or shared, it creates a potential for vulnerabilities. For example, if one of Mozilla's third parties gets hacked, your data could be exposed. Many of the data breaches have happened due to third parties, not necessarily from the main company. And a lot of our data that is exposed out there is due to third party exposure, not main companies. So what does this all mean for the user? If you are a Firefox fan who values privacy, these changes might feel like a step backwards. But let's be real, Firefox is still one of the better options out there when it comes to privacy. Compared to other browsers like Google Chrome, Firefox collects far less data and doesn't rely on targeted ads for revenue. That said, there are some steps you can take to protect your data. Review your settings. Head into Firefox privacy settings and turn off telemetry, crash reports, and other data collecting features. Stay informed. Keep an eye on updates to Firefox terms of use and privacy notices. Consider alternatives. If these changes still don't sit well with you, check out other privacy-focused browsers like Brave, Tor, or even LibreWolf. And remember, no matter what browser you use, always practice good cybersecurity habits, use strong password, enable two-factor authentication, and keep your software up to date. Now let's take a step back and consider Mozilla's perspective. Mozilla is a non-profit organization that relies on partnerships and donations to keep Firefox running. These new terms might be a way to ensure legal compliance, improve services, or even sustain revenue. But here's the thing. Firefox has built its reputation on being a champion for users' privacy. If these changes undermine that trust, it could hurt Firefox standing in the long run. So Mozilla, if you're listening, transparency is key. Help users understand why the changes are necessary and give them more control of their data. After all, cybersecurity isn't just about protecting data, it's about empowering users. Well, that's it for today's episode in Simple Cyber Defense. We've covered Firefox's new terms of services and cybersecurity implementation and what it means for you. What do you think about these changes? Are you sticking with Firefox or are you exploring other options? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, actionable tips to protect your digital life. And if you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend. And next time, stay safe and stay informed. This is Carl, signing off.